a true leader is a true servant. So if that person is a servant, then yes, you are my candidate. Now, his personal piety, his personal life is a secondary thing. It is a secondary thing. But if that person is good to the country and the community, that would be the priority. He always said that just serve people. When you serve people, then God will love you, because he used to teach me Quran, and he always said that whenever in Quran God have said about service, he said, serve the people.
Well, I'm so glad today to be talking to my good friend, Imam Tariq Rashid, who is the imam, the lead imam at the Islamic Center of Orlando. Very wonderful congregation, very involved in the pledge. They've been supported from the very beginning. And so my interest, of course, is in today, this topic is the Islamic approach to political involvement. People probably have large misunderstandings about any religion's approach to political involvement, but I wanted to specifically talk about first of all, give us some of the historical perspective. Islam was born in the Middle East. They had a different political system there. Specifically, there really wasn't division between government and religion, and now in America, there is a separation of religion and government. So give us some background about how you were brought up to think of political involvement, or civil service, however you want to talk about it. And then some of the things that you tell your people about how to be involved in the public square, how to participate politically in the community and in the country.
Yes, Dr. Under, thank you for including me in your noble work that you are doing. But I would say that in Islam, politics is part of religion. It's not something alien to religion. So there is no division between the mosque and politics. So because politics is a way to serve human beings. And it is said that by serving human beings, you serve God. Like Christianity, Judaism, Islam say the same. So we are serving human beings so that we can serve God. And politics is a very, very powerful tool to serve human beings. So for this reason, politics is considered to be a part of religion. So when we look into the holy book for Muslims, Quran, it says that when you are asked for your opinion, give your honest opinion. And this is across the board, whether it's politics, social life, whatever it is. So voting is an act of worship, because I'm giving my recommendation to a certain candidate, which I think sincerely that if he is elected or she is elected, will do a wonderful job for the country, for the society. So now it's an act of worship. Because my only intention is to please God. Because I sincerely think that among all the candidates, this person would do the best job. For that, intention is very important, that I should not have any other intention but that I want to do this for the country, for the society, and for the people in general. So there's a certain verse in the Holy Quran which I quote a lot, especially when the political season comes, and I remind my people at the mosque that this is what Quran says, that you should assist people, and based on that, make an intention as to who would be the right candidate, more powerful candidate, and then vote for it. Now, what happens is that once we vote for a candidate, and that candidate does not do his job or her job, so now it is not our responsibility. I mean, we did what we were supposed to do, and we leave it to God.
Gotcha.
If that person comes around and like most of the politicians do, then they change after elections. Not all of them, but many of them. So now, many a time it happens. Like in the mosque, people say, "Imam, you are talking about a certain candidate." In my capacity as not as an imam, but as a member of the community, I recommend people that I think this guy would be good. But that guy did not turn out to be that good. So I tell people the same thing, that it is my opinion based on sincerity, based on pure intention. But if that guy did not deliver what he or she promised, so the sin will not be upon us.
Yeah.
Because as I said, that it's an act of worship. Elections an act of worship. So there is this element of sin that we fear, that if we elect the wrong person, then if he or she will do wrong, then I will bear the brunt of it. So that element is there. So we are supposed to really look into every candidate and make sure that I don't become part of that sin or oppression. Yeah.
So let me follow up on 2 points here. First of all, just as the leader of your congregation, or in league with other religious leaders, specifically Muslim leaders, are there certain resources that you go to research what candidate would be best? We'll start with that one. Where do you get information about who's going to be best for this, suited for this office, who's going to be more in line with our values and what we would like to see in that office?
So when it comes to selecting the right candidate, what we do is that we follow our leaders. So like I follow a leader who is nationally recognized, and their field of expertise is politics.
Okay.
So there are certain organizations in the U.S. that just do this, and they thoroughly vet the candidates.
Okay.
And they give some recommendations.
Okay.
Right. And most of us follow those recommendations. But like locally, city-wise or county-wise, or even state-wise, we also do our own research, and we read a lot about these candidates, their views. So yeah, although every member of the Muslim community holds his or her own views on politics, not everybody agrees.
Yeah.
Because politics is one issue in which people don't even follow the imam.
Yeah.
On religious matters, they say, well, but they say, Imam, maybe you're not getting it. I see this candidate through different lenses. But yeah, you are recommending him or her, that's fine. But I don't think that this person will deliver because he said this, he said. So they do not actually, in politics, not everybody follows the imam. They have their own views as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you like, I know in Christian families, we can go to the table and have very different views, even at the table in our families, especially our extended families. Do you have that kind of variation in Islam?
Definitely yes.
Okay.
Definitely yes. I mean, with our children, we have way different views on nearly everything now. Yeah. Now, gone are those days when what dad said goes.
Yeah. I miss those days. Are there particular values that you advise your congregation to look for in a candidate?
Yeah. So now, like again, we go back to the Quran. The Quran says that the first element for a leader should be service.
Mm-hmm.
That is he willing to serve sincerely, and irrespective of that person's personal faith.
Mm-hmm.
But is he or she willing to serve? So service to the people, that is the criteria, not his or her personal faith. So, so if that person's track record is good, and you feel that that person is really going to be of service to mankind, then yes, that is first criteria. In fact, there's a saying of Prophet Muhammad in which he said that a true leader is a true servant.
Mm.
So if that person is a servant, then yes, you are my candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, his personal piety, his personal life is a secondary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is a secondary thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if that person is good to the country and the community, that would be the priority.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's priority.
Are there particular issues, especially during this election cycle, that you would be more concerned with or more prioritizing them than other issues? What concerns you as we kind of go into this election cycle?
This election cycle is kind of very polluted, I would say, because there's so much hatred there.
Yeah.
I have never seen so much hatred coming out from political leaders as we see now. It looks like these leaders are trying to compete who could be more poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
So that is very concerning, very concerning. So as a result, there is so much hatred. Like one Muslim candidate who is running for a certain office just told me, and he's a member of my mosque. He said that a certain leader came up to him and said that, I'll make sure that you don't win because we don't want any person in Congress or senator who is Muslim anymore. Just because you are Muslim, I don't want you to be in Senate or Congress. So that person was talking to me and said that why is so much hatred there? I mean, literally. So, I mean, we don't want to give our vote to somebody who is splitting the community, who is spreading hate. And I think this is maybe the most important thing because, you are a great grandfather, I'm a father. I mean, we are concerned about our generations.
Yeah.
And hatred, as you know, does not flourishes.
Yeah.
It does not make us strong. And but unfortunately, many, if not all, leaders are talking about hatred.
Yeah.
So I think together we need to defeat hate, no matter from which party it is coming from.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons that our work together in the pledge is so important. You know, one of the vows that we take is not only do we treat everyone with respect, especially those with whom we disagree, but we restrain our actions and our rhetoric, our words, from inflammatory or weaponizing kind of language, because that's what is tearing us apart. According to a recent survey, the country recognizes this. 78% of Americans think that we don't treat each other right, and 77% say it's getting worse.
It's getting worse. Yeah.
And so only 39%, I think it is. There's a gap between what they think we should treat each other like and what we actually how we actually treat each other. And it's just a huge gap. So I think all of this is concerning those of us who want to build a better community for our kids.
Yeah. And so one of the reasons why I really respect your work that you are doing through Pledge is that, in this time and environment of hatred, the Pledge and you and your team is standing up for understanding, for peace and love, I think this means a lot. I think what you guys are doing is exceptional, and that's the need. I think the political leaders can take a clue from you guys.
Well, hope from your lips to God's ears. It's like, are there people? They can be global leaders. They can be U.S. leaders. Are there people who you've admired their work, and they, if your people were to ask you, Imam, what are some of the people that we would want to imitate? Some of the leaders that have done really good work. Who comes to your mind?
I mean, in U.S., we have some wonderful leaders in the past, and some there as well. I mean, when I read about Martin Luther King, in fact, when I was in India, we used to read a lot about him.
Did you?
And that's how we kind of drew a parallel between Gandhi and Martin Luther King, because Martin Luther King was inspired by Gandhi, and we used to say that, oh, he's American Gandhi.
Yeah.
So we really think really highly about Martin Luther King, and when I came to U.S. Some 30 years ago, I mean, I met many leaders locally in the city, very very nice people, and they really meant well for the country and for the community in general. I remember I met one person in Orlando, I think, 26 years ago. And he said, "Oh, you are an imam?" I said, "Yeah." And he was a county commissioner at that time. And he talked to me about his values, what he thinks, and what he had done for the country. I still think about him. He was a great man.
Yeah.
So there are people who are unknown, actually, who are doing wonderful service. But yes, I mean, there are leaders right now who are working hard for the betterment of the people. But we as members of our communities, we need to pick the right candidates and give our votes to them.
Yeah.
And we really need to do a thorough work.
Yeah, we need to do our research, don't we?
Yes.
What? I know that in every religious congregation, there are religious congregations that focus mainly on themselves and the improvement of their people and their people's lot and so on and so forth. And there are others, like your congregation, very community-minded. You want the community to be better because you're a part of the community.
Yes.
How did you get that kind of viewpoint or worldview in that you didn't just want to grow your own congregation, you wanted to serve everybody?
I think that comes from your upbringing. I'm from India. My dad was the chief imam of my city. He sent me to a Catholic school. I learned my values from biblical point of views. My teachers were all Christians for like 10 years. And my dad was very active in interfaith. He will go to churches, and he was invited to churches time and again. I remember each Christmas will be in a cathedral there, and among Hindus and some Buddhists and so on and so forth. So I inherited those values from my dad, and he was very, very active in building bridges. All his life he did that, and he came to U.S. in 1998 at my invitation, and he advised me that, don't just live in a shell. Go out of your shell and serve people.
Good.
And he always said that just serve people. When you serve people, then God will love you, because, I mean, he used to teach me Quran, and he always said that whenever in Quran God have said about service. He said, serve the people, not the Muslims only.
Yeah.
Serve the people. He said that the word is annas. Annas in Arabic means people. He says, serve the people. So just don't confine yourself to serving Muslims only.
Yeah.
So I think my dad was a very, very wise man. I wish he had met you, but he was one of the most wise person I have seen.
Well, and one of the things that I've seen over the years, and this is true with children, it's true with us grown-ups. When we see a better example, someone who is doing what we know is right,
Exactly.
then that's who we will always follow. And you were so blessed to have a dad like that.
Yes.
And so that explains a lot.
And one was, Dr. Hunter, I'd like to add here that my dad taught me another very important thing. And then he told me that always love people irrespective of their views. He said, don't love people because they agree with your views.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
And that's very important. When I was a teenager, I did not take that seriously.
Yeah.
But he kept on teaching me time and again.
Yeah.
To love people, not because of their views, but when you disagree.
Yeah.
And when at Pledge, you guys always say that, right?
Yeah.
So when you say that, it reminds me of my dad.
Yeah.
He said the same thing.
That
love people irrespective of their views. So yeah.
Well, you were blessed to have a dad like that,
Yes.
and your congregation is blessed to have an imam like you.
Thank you very much.
Because I've heard you were gracious to invite me to your congregation to give a little talk on the pledge, and I was able to hear your sermon. What we call a sermon. Do you call it a sermon?
Yeah.
Okay, your sermon. And it was so loving and you're so admired in the community. So thank you for coming on with me and for being my friend and being my partner and doing good to our community.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the good work that you guys are doing.